Well, Tim, I'm sure it's something a lot of people have been wondering for a while now. Why would I need to go to a pharmacy or a hospital to get vaccinated? Why not just have one big centralized vaccination site? Well, we're about to have several throughout the state.
We are now moving from a limited number of Washingtonians to a rather broad scale where mass vaccinations are now possible, called for, and are going to be implemented.
So here's what we know about those sites. One, of course, like you mentioned, we are getting in Spokane. It'll be at the arena. The governor said it'll open sometime next week, and it'll probably be run primarily by the National Guard. Now, in terms of how many shots will be given there, that we don't know yet. We also don't know exactly what the protocols will be for verifying that the people who come to the arena are actually eligible. But we do have new info today on who will be eligible. That was the other big announcement. As of today, we are moving, like you mentioned, Tim, into Phase 1B. Now, Phase 1A, of course, that was healthcare workers and people in long-term care facilities. This phase, you can see there on your screen, divided up into 4 sub-tiers. Right now, we're just focused on this first tier. That's anyone over the age of 65. Now, that was lowered from what was going to be 70, and that was in order to cover a greater number of vulnerable people. There's one other group of people who are now eligible if you're over 50 and you live in a multi-generational household. Now you can see on the screen here all these other people included in Phase 1B, mostly those working or living in congregate settings. They're still not quite eligible yet. But another announcement from the governor today, once we've vaccinated at least half of that first tier, then we can start to move on to the next one. So we won't have to wait for that first group to be 100% covered. Now, another big theme of this announcement, increasing speed and urgency. More than half of the vaccines the state has been allocated, they haven't actually been administered yet. Obviously, that's not ideal. So that speed is increasing at the moment, but to get shots into the arms of people faster, the state is doing a few new things. For one, like you heard earlier, increasing its goal. Second, requiring providers who get vaccines to use them within a week. Third, creating a vaccine command center, and 4, involving private companies trying to find out ways that they can help out here. So certainly some ambitious goals announced today by Governor Inslee. The big takeaways, though, we are advancing in phase, and soon Spokane will see a mass vaccination site at the arena. Tim?